she should have had this much press while she was still living. She affected a lot of lives, especially mine.
A son in mourning sharing his grief with Fox 4 and You tonight, nearly 24 hours after his mom was tragically killed during a Citizens Police Academy class.
73-year-old Mary Knowlton, a board member with Friends of the Punta Gorda Library, was accidentally shot to death while taking part in a shoot, don't shoot role-playing situation. The demonstration was supposed to teach the class about making decisions using simulated lethal force.
But the gun the officer used turned out to be loaded with live ammunition. That officer has since been placed on administrative leave. The police chief says the revolver that Officer Cole used had been used many times over the last 2 years, but it was only supposed to be loaded with blanks, not live ammo. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is now investigating, and Tidewell Hospice is now offering free grief counseling to all of those who are reeling from this tragedy.
4 in Your Corner's Deborah Souverain rejoining us live now from police headquarters in Punta Gorda with more on how Mary Knowlton's son is dealing with this horrific loss. Deborah?
No, Patrick, Amy, Mary's son told me he's still trying to make sense of what happened to his mother here last night. He tells me he's heartbroken, confused, and shocked. But even in the face of grief, he tells me he's leaning on lessons that his mother taught him to get through this difficult time, including forgiveness. No one's ever prepared to lose a parent.
She lit up the room. She was always interested in people.
Stephen Knowlton is facing that hard reality. He lost his hero.
It's killed our family. I mean, it's just gonna, I don't know if I'll ever get over this.
He's still trying to wrap his mind around how a night of fun for his parents could end in such a nightmare.
You know, my thoughts are, why was she in that situation? You know, why wasn't somebody else, you know, another cop playing that role, or why was anybody even aiming a gun at anybody?
His 73-year-old mother, Mary Knowlton, was accidentally shot and killed by a Punta Gorda police officer during a shoot or don't shoot role-play demonstration. Mary was playing the role of the victim, and the officer was portraying the bad guy. Mary's husband witnessing the final moments of his wife's life.
He's just in shock. He was right there when it happened, and you know, at first they thought she just went down like acting, you know, and then they pulled her over and realized she was shot up pretty good.
The officer was using a real gun, a revolver, according to Punta Gorda police. Why that gun was loaded with real ammunition and why no one realized beforehand is currently under investigation. Steve says his mother was only there to show her love and support for law enforcement. And despite losing his hero, Steve says he forgives the man who pulled the trigger.
This officer didn't mean for this to happen, and I'm sure he's in a living hell right now, but we all forgive him.
You know, Steve told me he doesn't want his mom to be remembered as the woman that was shot here. He says he wants the community to remember her the way she lived, as a loving mother and an active member of this community. Reporting live in Punta Gorda, Deborah Souverain, Fox 4, in your corner.
Beautifully.